Hi, my name is Portley. I'm a sophomore at Wheaton College and a marketing fellow at Union Capital Boston. So I'm going to start off with a little story to add context to my speech. So when I was 12, I had these two best friends, Owen and Winnie, and Winnie's parents always brought us to Block Island, which if y'all don't know, it's like this island right off the coast of Rhode Island. So we're in Block Island and we're going to the beach and everything, and we're going to bed. And I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but I woke up at like 3 in the morning, cold sweat, like feeling like I'm gonna throw up. I literally felt like I was having a heart attack. And then I go up to, I found my friend that I was with, her parents' room, and I went up and I was like, y'all are gonna call my mom right now and have her come pick me up. But we were on an island, so obviously I couldn't have my mom come pick me up. So that's all background, but it was safe to say I was a very anxious kid. I could never do sleepovers, I could never do vacations, and even when I was choosing colleges, I settled to go to Wheaton College, which is like 30 minutes away from my house, so I could drive home if I just needed to go home and sleep. So the idea of being in this giant city with no car to drive home and still having to balance an internship and classes on top of it was a lot. I found so much comfort in my house and around my family, which is usually good, but I realized that it was causing me to create this sort of unhealthy attachment to my home. But that's why I did this program. I knew that I had to break down these mental barriers, and exposure therapy was the best option for me. And I couldn't blame it on just being like a kid anymore. I was 20. And I will say this, if I've learned one thing from this program, it's that being comfortable isn't always necessarily a good thing. Sometimes you need to become content. Sometimes you need to become content with being uncomfortable in order for personal growth. A prime example of this was during my special project when I had to public speak to a group of the network coordinators at my company and talk about my special project, which was creating a volunteering program. So I get up to do my speech, I explained what the program would look like, and I asked them for feedback, and they did not hold back. They were all saying they don't think my program's gonna work. They said they don't think I'm gonna be able to finish it by the end of the semester. And they said honestly, they thought that it was gonna add more work on their end. And at the time, I was horrified of public speaking, so this just felt like a giant failure to me. And I was uncomfortable with the work I had done. I had doubts about whether or not I was even helping the company, or if I was giving them more work. But this experience taught me the valuable lesson that failure is an important part of life, and that the uncomfortable feeling of failure can give you the battery in your back to allow yourself for personal growth in all aspects of life. And I'm gonna quote Drake because he has this one lyric that I love, but right now this year I feel like I really relate to it, and it's, "And the dirt that they threw on my name turned to soil, and I grew up happy."